Namaskar. Hello and welcome to P Guru's channel. I'm your host Sriyar. After a brief hiatus, we have with us Anupam Mishra ji joining from Prayagraj. Anupam ji, namaskar. Hello and welcome to P Guru's channel. How are you, sir?
Ram sir, thank you. I'm fine.
And viewers, a small request to all of you to, this is also coming on Ghumta Aina, Anupam ji's channel. So wherever you are watching it, please like this video and please subscribe to the channel that you are watching and the other channel if you have not already done so. Anupam ji, let me set the stage here. First question is Tahir Hussain. This guy's a colorful fellow. I thought initially that he may be from Bangladesh, but that have been sorted out. He is a Delhi guy. And he allegedly had acid bombs and many instruments of destruction, whatever you want to think of it. And this guy had a house which was like 2 or 3 floors, and he would throw the acid bombs from up there into the street. And this is an area where there was like maybe significant 30%, 40% Hindus too. And this was just one of the things that he did during the Delhi riots. But the bigger one for which he has been convicted is the killing of the Intelligence Bureau officer Ankit Sharma. The first question that comes to my mind, Ankit ji, is how the hell did this fellow know that Ankit Sharma is from Intelligence Bureau? Because remember, he's a AAP counselor. I'm just setting the stage, okay? He was at that point of time, he was an AAP counselor, and AAP was in power in Delhi. But Aam Aadmi Party does not control the police of Delhi. In other words, that is a Ministry of Home Affairs. How the hell did this fellow know that Ankit Sharma was an IB operative? Have you looked at this aspect, Anupam ji?
See, what I believe is that Ankit Sharma was not on duty. He just happened to live in the area, and he got out of his house and he was just looking at the commotion that was happening there. So I believe that he wasn't actually on duty. But as you mentioned that Aam Aadmi Party did not control the police in Delhi, I have always believed that giving even a partial statehood to Delhi has been wrong from the very beginning. There is a provision for central rule. There is a provision for union territory in our constitution for a purpose. Why would you have a provision like that? Why are still union territories around? Make them all states, full states or half states, or whatever that may be. See what has happened. What has happened in Kashmir Valley? You gave them a half state status, and they have come up with educational books glorifying the terrorists. So I believe that there are certain places in this country which should be made union territories till kingdom come. They should never be given even half the state status, and Delhi happens to be one of them. Had Delhi been not a semi-state status, something like Arvind Kejriwal would never have happened. Arvind Kejriwal is a blot on this country and its country's political system. Arvind Kejriwal is everything that is wrong with this system. Everything that is wrong with this system has morphed into someone called Arvind Kejriwal. So I believe it is time to make Delhi back. After all, it is a national capital. How can you have an opposition party sitting there, no matter whatever be the central government? If the central government is of Congress, BJP or whatever, you cannot have an opposition party sitting there, considering the fact that all the major diplomats are living there, the embassies are there, all the major events are held there, all the top world leaders come there. So you cannot have a disturbance like that happening in Delhi. And I also believe that whatever is going on in Jantar Mantar, and now they have programmed a huge demonstration on July 20th. I think that the capital of the country should be free of all these things. You got a whole country to do such things. I don't believe that this should be happening in the heart of the capital. But anyways, coming back to this Tahir Hussain thing. See, there are so many videos, there are so many audios, so many phone calls, so many witnesses, eyewitnesses that have proved it beyond all reasonable doubt that Tahir Hussain was a very active participant in the riot as well as the organization of the riot. Organizing the riot, he had a very active role to play there. Even the Muslim homes were marked in a certain color to prevent it from rioters. You know that the writers going around causing mayhem. They were giving a helmet of a certain color to mark them out. This was really very disturbing. A very well organized riot. In fact, what I really think has not happened, what I think where the state government, the central government or the central agencies have goofed up, is that there is a clinching evidence that these meetings took place in the basement office of Prashant Bhushan. Why is he not a party? There is a clinching evidence that these meetings where these riots were planned, but with Umar Khalid, Sharjil Imam, Tahir Hussain, these meetings took place in the basement office of Prashant Bhushan, where Yogendra Yadav was also present. I think there should be some petition by someone that they should be also be made a party to this thing. As far as Tahir Hussain is concerned, initially the Aam Aadmi Party tried shielding him. They tried saying things like that he has been put there by the BJP and its members, and the courts will ultimately convict him. They finally got the know of the evidence and they expelled him in time. And even today, yesterday only, Amanatullah Khan, that Aam Aadmi Party MLA, he came out with a statement that is a very unfortunate court ruling which has convicted Tahir Hussain. In fact, they are still supporting him, not directly, but if an MLA of Aam Aadmi Party, Amanatullah Khan, has come up with a statement like this, they're still supporting him.
Anupamji, one of the challenges that I see still unaddressed is that Delhi police was under the Ministry of Home Affairs. Did they do an inquiry into how this thing went so wrong? You are absolutely spot on. The people who created the mayhem were not from Delhi. They were imported. And they needed to be told whom to attack and whom not to attack. So these are not neighborhood thugs that did it. They were imported, and that's why you said about houses being marked. That evidence is there. You are still only taking care of one guy. What about the bigger picture? What about the fact that on that day, okay, in schools where children of all communities were present, children of one community were withdrawn by half time? If the whole mohalla knows something is going to happen, how the hell is the police not knowing this? So something doesn't add up, Anupamji. I have a feeling that they wanted this to happen. Never mind the poor innocent Hindus, and then we will take care of it afterwards. I'm really putting Amit Shah's government on the mat, his ministry on the mat, because you are right there. You are hardly 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers from where the action happened. And all this because they didn't want all this because they didn't want an action on part of the government while Trump is present. Something doesn't add up. That's all I'm saying, Anupamji. Please, over to you.
See, there has been something that I've been repeating on and off for quite some time on my own channel, on social media. I've been saying this for years now. No government wants a riot in its own tenure. I say कोई भी DM, कोई भी CM, कोई भी PM अपने राज्य में दंगा नहीं चाहता. No district magistrate, no chief minister, or no prime minister, or no home minister would want a riot during their own tenure. No, I don't believe that. I really don't believe that the BJP wanted the riot to happen. I beg to disagree there, sir. And this is something I've been saying for quite some time. No one actually wants that to happen, but it happened. It happened, and it was only culmination of a huge demonstration that was going on for quite some time in the name of CAA and NRC. So, and it was going on all over the India. Yes, you can very rightly charge and even convict the Home Ministry for not taking preemptive steps and not enough steps to ensure that this did not happen. Yes, they will always be held to account for that particular lapse. But saying that they wanted it to happen, I think that is stretching it a bit too far, sir. But yes, it did happen, and I believe around 1,000 people have been charged with this. More than 1,000 have been charged with this. What I do want is now these trials to go on a day-to-day basis. a different court should be allocated for this particular riot, and this thing should be recorded in this thing should be completed in a stipulated time. This cannot be allowed to drag on for years. It is already 6 years now.
Anupamji, I'm sorry, I disagree with you on what you said, but I'll tell you another instance. Because
Let
I
us
was so
agree to disagree there, sir, because I have seen the administration close quarters, and trust me, uh, I don't believe any government or any home minister in any setup would want a riot of this magnitude to happen in the national capital, because that puts a huge question mark on the governance itself, not only within the country but in the entire world. So that is
Anyway,
something I'm
let's move
sort of
on.
hesitant to believe.
Yeah, let's move on. Um, the you said that the IB officer was not on duty. Sir, IB officer never wears a uniform. IB officer is mingling about, trying to collect intelligence. Somewhere somebody tipped him off that this fellow works for the IB. Kabhi, you will never see anybody who works in the IB intelligence to come and say, I am an intelligence, that I am a spy. They'll just be working they'll give you a vague name, some department, sarkari naukri. Beyond that, nothing else comes. All I'm saying, Anupamji, is something beyond this has happened. I'll give you another example. It's not that the police did not know that all these preparations are on. For example, the rioting and the bottle throwing would stop as soon as the drones went up. And then they will not do anything. And then they say that, oh, the drones were running out of battery, so we have to bring them down. Again, it would start. Don't they have footage from the drones on what was stored in which house, in which mohalla? Something doesn't add up, Anupamji. I know nobody wants it, but something does not add up here. I know I'm being harsh on BJP here because it is their police. You can say, okay, Aam Aadmi Party is in power. It makes them look, shows them in poor light because people think that this is Aam Aadmi Party's government. But the law and order was with BJP.
So, as I said, that you can always hold them to task for this particular lapse, and it was a huge lapse. Riot of this magnitude is happening in the national capital. But as far as Delhi police is concerned, I said this is something I've been writing on social media for quite some time, because I have seen Delhi police very close quarters, and I've seen the type of ideology that prevails in the Delhi police. I keep on saying that Delhi police is really not in control of this government, not in control of. Well, Amit Shah has been controlling the setups all over the country. But as far as this Delhi police is concerned, and the type of officers that I've seen, the type of ideology that I've spoken to so many of them, and whenever you look at this social media, you will see a lot of people coming out and speaking nonsense on social media just because they happen to be in Delhi. They know that Delhi police is not going to act against them. So this grudge against the Delhi police has been, I have been having this grudge against the Delhi police for quite some time. Yes.
Well, let's move beyond this. Let's hope that all those 1,000 people who have been booked are actually, the whole weight of the log comes down on them. And let's hope that, again, Delhi gets back to its, how should I say, stable state. Because if every time some foreign leader comes and they create riots, it's going to come now. See, I'm also hearing that Arvind Kejriwal is going to be part of the Sonam Wangchuk thing that's going on in Jantar Mantar.
This entire opposition is going to be part of this thing, because now they are planning it for July 20th. I did not do my show last night, but day before that, I showed a video where they are planning that women will be in front, uh, uh, disabled people will be there in front, just to ensure that police do not actually hurt them. And a huge planning has been going on. We can see the left parties, they have been talking, they have been in Chinese embassy, they have been talking to Chinese government. We have seen that just before this July 20th thing, practically all the political parties which have been avoiding Jantar Mantar till now, they all have been coming out with statements in support of the cockroaches. Even the Bollywood, which had been keeping a very healthy distance Now even that has jumped in. So this April 20th thing is going to be a huge test for Amit Shah and his police, because what they are saying, that they want to go near the parliament so that we can make our voice heard. But if you let them go near the parliament, they will push for going into the parliament and into the house. They will keep on increasing their demands, and they are actually trying to convert this into a full clash with the police, because right now they do not have an honorable exit. They want to get out of this thing, because Sonam Wangchuk, of all the people, is not very happy lying there and watching videos and taking very sneaky meals in toilets and all. So he also wants to get out of it, and he knows that once this parliament thing starts, for at least 1.5 months, there is not going to be any change in the union cabinet, and he knows pretty well that he cannot last that long. So they want to give him an honorable exit, and what better than a direct clash with the Delhi police?
Interesting things ahead, and yeah, this is right in the capital, and it is being done deliberately to try and show the BJP government in poor light outside. Another interesting thing I have to tell you, I was in Delhi days before this whole thing tamasha started. I was in this one hotel which is the hangout of watering hole of many international journalists as well as babus and politicians of India, and I happen to be staying there. And I'm just checking in, and I see this foreign reporter, and he's got completely loaded up with cameras and things of that nature. That day there was no riot; nothing had even started. And I'm wondering, what is this guy doing here? And then I come to breakfast. There are like 10 people lined up. I was there just for a couple of days. I finished my event and I went to other parts of India, and then this thing struck up. So they get advance information of something like this that is going to happen. You have a very valid point. If they have evidence of all this being planned in Prashant Bhushan's house, why is he being left alone? This guy is a troublemaker. He has had some good causes also, but overall, he has a very, I don't know, effed up idea of what governance should be. Anyway, Andolan GVs are Andolan GVs.
What good cause would you associate Mr. Prashant Bhushan with? I've been watching him for quite some time here. He belongs to
the 2G scam. He did do some work in the 2G scam. He did do some work, and that's all I can tell you as far as my memory goes back. 2G scam. There were 2 or 3 people. Ultimately, everything coalesced behind Dr. Swamy, because he was the one who took the extra step to make sure that they would, in fact, see, he kept writing to Manmohan Singh, and Manmohan Singh, the Prime Minister, did not respond to Dr. Swamy initially when he talked about the 2G scam. And then he had to go to the Supreme Court to force the thing to be opened up. It wasn't easy. And I can tell you, until they were proven that the rules were changed at the last minute, and there was no way anybody could bring up a check of 1,000 crores or something like that in 20 minutes or 30 minutes time that was given to submit it, unless they knew before. But already everything has been diluted in that case. A. Raja, who was a communication minister, he had diary. He's supposed to maintain a meticulous diary of who he is meeting on what day at what time. That diary, those pages are now missing. So what are you going to convict in 2G? Yeah, people keep saying that it's going to be appealed and appealed. They have destroyed the evidence. And back to you. So this is the one thing I know. Prashant Bhushan was instrumental in at least doing some work on the 2G scam, initially at least.
So what were we talking about, sir?
Well, we can take some questions if you have any. Otherwise, we can wind it up now. Basically, what we are trying to say is that the rule of the law and order needs to be first shown in your own home in Delhi. And I hope that all those 1,000 people who have been booked, they all are shown justice. I mean, they need to be acted on. And it sounds like a big number. Then tomorrow they'll have a big procession saying that we protest. You have to be able to deal with this. This mass protests. Sarji, I know if Delhi police puts its mind, it can make sure that this 20th event will be a dud. They can do it. It's not that hard, sir.
It's not about just Delhi police. If any police makes up its mind, I still maintain that Sarkar is still the biggest gunda around. Okay. So any police makes up its mind, mandir ke samne se chappal nahi chori hogi. This right is a huge thing. So it is all about if the police wants it or not. Number one. Secondly, as I said before, I would request all of you to get in contact with Delhi police. Just go to their Twitter handle, see the type of tweets they come up with, see the type of reactions they come up with. You see so many people still complaining. There are people out there in Delhi making very dangerous remarks, but Delhi police just would not react. So I have been in contact, in a very close contact, in a close touch with Delhi police. I remember once they warned me on social media that they will be taking action against me if I do not take down a certain post. I refused to take down that post. I said, okay, you take action. So that post is still there. My point is that I have been in very close contact with Delhi police, and what I have seen about the fiber, the social fiber, the fabric of the Delhi police, the type of appointments that have been made, the type of officers that there are, and their ideology and their thought process is something very dangerous. I think, like Elon Musk did with X, sometime in the future, Amit Shah will have to sort of do some. I don't want to use the word, but don't want to use the word purge, but this is something similar with the Delhi police, because uh, Delhi police is like AI, a mind of its own.
Well said, and that's where we will leave it. Thank you so much, Anupamji, and we'll be back again with him hopefully in the next few days when we'll be doing a hangout in Hindi. Thanks once again, Anupamji. Namaskar.
Thank you. Namaskar.